Welcome, Bethel staff. It is so good to be with all of you. Thanks so much for taking the time to watch this. I've got a couple special people here with me. By way of introductions, my name is Brooke Cottle. I'm the director of the Bethel Health Center. I also help lead the suicide prevention work here in our school district and part of our Sources of Strength team. Lauren, you want to go next?
Absolutely. Hi, everybody. My name is Lauren Ball, and I am a therapist at Oregon Healing Collective, and I am also a part of our state's rapid response team. So whenever there is a death of a student here in the state of Oregon, I'm a part of that first responder team. And so that is why I'm connected to your community. So thanks for having me here.
Hello, colleagues. My name is Heidi Pullen. I'm a student success coach here at Willamette High School. I'm also one of the district trainers for Sources of Strength. And I have been an adult advisor with Sources, working with Sources for 8 years now.
Great, thank you. So as you've seen in your email, we have an opportunity to reach out and support our students in a way that feels pretty powerful before they head to break. We've created a slide deck. We've worked really closely with our peer leaders at Willamette High School. We've worked with our experts in the state of Oregon and the Rapid Response Program, trying to come together on some information that we can share with our students as they head into break. Super excited to share this with all of you. As you saw in your email, there'll be a slide deck for you. There is a teacher script, so you'll have everything you need, and then we'll have all the worksheets and other materials printed for you. The students will also be able to create a mental health calming kit as part of this. And so again, really wrapping around our kids. And thank you so much for joining us in this work. I'm going to go ahead and have Lauren share a little bit. But first of all, this campaign that we've developed is called Connect to Your Strengths, Tools for a Positive Break. So this is the first slide in the slide deck that you'll be showing students. Lauren, you want to take it from here?
Absolutely. So everyone, we are excited for this to be an opportunity to really emphasize connection between y'all as staff and our students. And in my work in rapid response, we have definitely seen that it is beneficial for us to engage in conversations around strengths and ways to cope. And so this gets to be an opportunity to give our students a sense of community and support by getting to be connected to trusted adults as well as their peers. So you will be starting with generally making more of an announcement. This is not a time that we will be engaging in much discussion. We'll make sure to detail that a little bit more. But this will be a starting place to share, that winter break provides time away from our routines and responsibilities. It gives us opportunity to connect to our people and the things we enjoy. And winter break can also be a time that brings up feelings of anger, anxiety, sadness, stress. And so we want to offer normalization as the adults presenting this, letting them know that they are not alone in their feelings and that our emotions are always changing. And so connecting to our strengths and our ways to cope can help us to move through those big emotions and to feel calm and a little bit better. So importantly, it is probably going to be so natural for y'all to want to engage in student discussion. Y'all are rock stars at that. And we want to encourage to save all of those skill sets for the second half of this campaign. And that is just to offer a time for students to be able to engage in conversations of hope, health, and strength in the second part as we engage in some activities. Engaging in group discussion at this point in the campaign could actually heighten a sense of isolation for some students, potentially some othering, and potentially have our students potentially be more dysregulated. And so that's our rationale. And so during this period of time where you are making more of these kinds of announcements or generalizations, we want you to be keeping an eye out on your students. See who is maybe starting to withdraw or isn't really wanting to engage. If someone leaves the room, we want to make sure that we can follow up and get them connected to care and check in with them if anything is arising.
Wonderful. So another thing before we move on is for our administrators and counseling team members to be sure that at this time we do have a care room or a calming den set aside for students who may find themselves wanting to leave the room or request to step out. So as Lauren said, you're going to provide this informative information, these announcements about how, break can bring joy. When we go away from school, there also can be struggles. And we're going to ask you to go ahead and announce that often when we are feeling hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, it can make things feel worse. And we want to really encourage our students to take care of themselves, to accept their needs, and to put themselves first. And the first step is to take care of yourself, right? We know that with the What Helps Us campaign and the I Am Stronger campaign, is first thing is we move away from that temporary feeling of overwhelm and we help ourselves feel better. So just go ahead and review these 5 pretty basic and general strategies to get yourself in a good place. All right. This will be actually printed on one of the materials that you receive. And then after that, it can be really powerful to connect with your strengths, to actually identify what protective factor you are utilizing as you start to work your wheel. So, go ahead and show this slide. And this is also printed on one of their worksheets as well. And invite them to take a look at it and think about what they might want to try.
So a couple other resources that you'll be able to share is that these links, we're asking that you just click on these so that the students actually are able to view them. They will be a QR code on the worksheet. And then also we will have a little resource card for them that will have this as well. But there's community resources available for our students. Our Willamette High School team has put together this incredible virtual calming den that has all sorts of fun things to step into and look at. And then, of course, our food resources. So if you can go ahead and just show students these links and just share with them so they've seen them, and then they'll have easy access through a QR code.
Additionally, we're going to make sure to let our students know that if they are experiencing any sort of crisis, that they have resources to contact. So we're going to highlight 988 as the National Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. Students, everybody can text or call this number. And if they are needing any sort of local crisis response, that we also have contact information for Cahoots available. Something else that you're going to notice in your teacher script is that we've also detailed, what to do if the topic of suicide arises during this campaign. Specifically, if a student indicates that they are having their own thoughts of suicide, we've got some step-by-step instructions for how to move them into a more confidential space, how to give them some validation towards their feelings, and how to engage in the Columbia Risk Assessment Screener and get these kiddos connected through a warm handoff to somebody who can do some more follow-up support. We've also got some general phrases that y'all can use, especially if any students start to make comments, such as, why are we doing this? And we want to really be pivoting towards centering the importance of taking care of ourselves, focusing our attention on building a stronger community, and really normalizing the importance of coping strategies.
Right. So, that's you, Brooke.
No, you're great. Either of us can take this. So one thing that the students will also have is there'll be a QR code on their worksheet and on the little business size card. Is that we want to make sure, is there anything else that they're needing before, like to have a healthy break? Like, are they needing some more warm clothes? Is food an item of concern? And do they need some mental health support? So we want to know. And we want to be able to respond to our kids if there's something they need that can help them get through their break.
Okay, so in the very few slides that have preceded this, you have announced that students are leaving for break, which can often be accompanied by both joy and struggle. You've announced that we know how to identify ways to make ourselves feel better and connect to our strengths. And you've also provided concrete tools and resources for students who need a little bit of help, students who might be in crisis, or someone they love might be in crisis. So you've provided a lot of information, and now comes the bulk of the lesson when we ask students to practice their own strengths, work their wheel. And social emotional learning, which sources targets, is all about us as teachers moving beyond just our content, but also teaching the whole child, which means supporting their human development as well. And so by engaging in this activity with the students, you are actually helping them learn the tools and the skill sets that they need to keep themselves safe. This is our chance, colleagues, for us to reach every student before they go away for break. Every student at Willamette, Prairie Mountain, Meadowview, Shasta, and Cascade. So please join me in doing this simple activity. So you will see the self-care card. Everyone will get enough copies of this for your students. On the other side will be the things to feel better and the identify your strengths. And we're just going to ask you to go through and encourage students to work independently, perhaps with elbow partners, perhaps in small groups, and model this. Fill out your own card, right? And show how this is help-seeking behavior. This is becoming resilient and keeping yourself safe and strong. If there's time, and I know some middle schools are choosing to do this, we also have this fabulous coloring sheet, which is very therapeutic and provides students to really get metacognitive about how they identify and access their strengths.
Great. Thanks so much, Heidi and Lauren. We appreciate all of you. I know that as you're stepping into your classrooms and into your spaces, we want to make sure that you feel supported. You are welcome to email me, and I will connect you with one of us or someone else if you're feeling like you just need a little bit more discussion about this. Just wanted to make sure that you feel supported. And again, this is our opportunity as we work with our students. You are all doing incredible, amazing work every day with our kids. The way that you connect with them, the way that you care for them, and the trusted adults that you are is so powerful. Our hope is that this is another way to wrap around them as we send them into their break and help them recognize what's available as we support them and care for them. So please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. Again, thank you so much for
Thank you.
all that you're doing, caring and leading in the way that you do. And we'll be in touch. Take care.